All right, example 12 asks us to find the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 4x plus 3, and it passes through the point 1, negative 3. I need either 2 points on the line or a slope and a point on the line to find the equation of the line. I haven't really been given the slope, but I have been given that the slope is perpendicular to that one. What does perpendicular mean? It means negative reciprocal. So if this slope is negative 4, this slope is negative 4, the slope of my line, is going to be the negative reciprocal of that. Negative says flip the sign, so it will be positive, and flip the fraction. What fraction? Well, think about that as 4 over 1. If I think about that as 4 over 1, flip that over, I'll use 1 over 4. Now we could go directly to the point slope form, and that would be a useful thing to do. Let's see how to do this using slope intercept. Just to refresh ourselves. We can plug in what we know. We know the slope. We do not know b. We do not know b, but we do know the point 1, negative 3. So what can I do? I can put that point in here. Y is a negative 3. And x is 1. Now I can solve for b. If I wasn't given the y-intercept, and you prefer the old y equals mx plus b form, we can just solve for b. This is negative 3 equals 1 over 4 plus b. And I will simply solve that by subtracting 1 over 4 from each side. I have to do my old adding fractions trick. I have a negative 3 minus 1 over 4. That's a negative 3 over 1. So the denominator I'll use is 4. I put 3 over 4 by multiplying by my fancy 1, 4 over 4. So negative 3 is the same as negative 3 times 4 is negative 12 divided by 4. That's what I'll use. Negative 12 over 4 minus 1 over 4. Negative 12 minus 1 is negative 13 over 4. I'll check to see if that reduces, but it does not. 13 is prime. 4 does not divide a prime number. So this tells me that negative 13 over 4 is my b. So my equation is 1 over 4 x minus 13 over 4. Now, for the sake of interest, let's see that point slope actually does give us the same thing. Here's point slope, y minus y1 is m times x minus x1. We have our point, 1, negative 3, and we have our slope. We found that earlier. Y minus, y1 is negative 3, is equal to 1 over 4 x minus x1. x1 is just a 1. This becomes y plus 3. I'll carry out this multiplication. That's 1 over 4x minus 1 over 4 times 1 is 1 over 4. Subtract the 3 from both sides. Minus 1 over 4 minus 3. And I'm back again to adding fractions. So minus 1 over 4 minus, that's 3 over 4. Sorry, 3 over 1. I wish it were over 4. That would make my life much easier, but it isn't. So again, I need to multiply by 4 over 4. That gives me my minus 12 over 4. So in fact, this is a negative 1 over 4 minus 12 over 4. That still gives me that negative 13 over 4. So I have y equals 1 over 4x minus 13 over 4. I get the same thing no matter which method I choose. Example 13 asks us to find the equation of the horizontal line passing through the point 4, 8. So we're looking for a horizontal line. Think back to earlier, horizontal line means that we have a constant function. The y is not changing. We think back, we'll look back through our notes. It says that the horizontal line has the form f of x is equal to what? Well, here, 8. Just the y coordinates. So if you prefer y equals 8. Y equals 8. Example 14, similar, but it says let's find a vertical line. Vertical line passing through the point 3, 5. Thinking back, vertical line. The x is unchanging. It's not a function. I will not use function notation. Can't do it. It just says x. Grab the x coordinate. X is what? It's 3. There's my equation. X equals 3. All right, here we just have a nice little summary. This is what we know. We have our slope formula here. So the slope between 2 points can be found using this. We know horizontal lines have 0 slope and their equations are of the form y equals some constant b. We know that vertical lines have an undefined slope and their equations are of the form x equals some constant a. We know parallel lines have the same slope and that perpendicular lines have slopes which are negative reciprocals of one another. We also know that we can write the equation of a line in 3 different ways. We can use slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, our old friend. We can use the point-slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we can also write it in standard form. That's something we're going to do in chapter 2, but we will use this in chapter 3.